What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, Season 1 for Diablo 4, the Season of the Malignant, will be starting on July 20th, or in certain time zones, it will already be July 21st. As you can see on screen, here's all the starting times, depending on which region in the world you are currently living in. Now, to prepare for Season 1, there is a number of things that you can do in order to make sure you have a much stronger start once the season begins. And I'm going to be showing you all of them in this video right now. So, one of the most important things you want to do in order to prepare for the season is to collect these Altars of Lilith. Now, these tie into a number of things that will be covered in this video and why you should do them, but primarily the most important reason to collect them, and there's 160 of them in total, there's about 30 or so in every single region. But the reason why they're so important is once you've found all of them, they do give you 68 to each individual stat, so 68 strength, intelligence, willpower, and dexterity, as well as they increase your obol cap by 100, the maximum, and give you 4 Paragon points. Now, looking here at the end game, that's roughly 10 to 15% stat increase other than your main stat, which is a little bit less just because it's higher. But it's a 15%-ish increase to each of these stats. Now, it doesn't seem as big of an increase for the end game, but remember that in the season you'll be making a new character, which means having done this already, you will start your character with those bonuses. So roughly a 200 to 300% off your basic starting stats at level 1. Which will obviously make the gameplay a lot easier, you can level a lot faster, and stuff like that. Now, the next thing this ties into, which is also very important for the preseason, is the renown. So collecting those will give you a little bit of renown. And why is this important? So if you look here, the first, second, third, and the fifth are the most important things. So finishing the renown in each and every region will give you 2 extra skill points, and that's in each region, so 10 total. An extra potion capacity, so that increases your maximum potions by 5. A little bit extra obol cap, and 4 Paragon points. Now keep in mind, for the first 3, you will be starting with all of these at level 1. So instead of starting and leveling and putting a skill point each time you level up at the beginning, you straight up will start with 11 skill points, and that's a significant power boost in the beginning of the game. Also, once you do hit level 50, you will be able to claim this one, again in every region, which nets you another 20 Paragon points total. If we look into the Paragon board, that's more or less enough to complete the entire first part of the Paragon board. Again, this will be a significant power boost once you hit level 50 and are able to get that. Another reason for collecting those altars, and this is something you want to do primarily as well, going through the map to collect all this will slowly reveal the map itself. Now, this won't complete anything, and all your renown that carries over doesn't mean that any of these things will be completed. However, you will be able to see the entire map revealed on your new character. You can start in whatever region you want and play from there. But the fact that it leaves some of the things uncompleted, and a good example for that is the strongholds, you will have to do again. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. The reason being is they don't take very long to complete, first of all, and there's a significant boost to experience. So doing them early on as you're leveling on your new character in the season will help you level your character a lot faster. And the strongholds, honestly, they're a little bit like unique style events. They're different from the rest of the events that you find out through the World of Sanctuary. So they're not like too boring or like annoying to do. I actually kind of enjoyed doing the strongholds. I really did. Of course, while you're progressing for your renown, the things that you want to really focus on, side dungeons, each one you complete will give you 30 renown. Side quests will also give you 20, as well as anything else. And keep in mind, anything that you do, like discovering the map, getting a waypoint, stuff like that, also increases your renown for that region. So that's something that's very good, and all of this ties into each other because as you're finding the statues of Lilith, you're also exploring the map. So it's one of the primary things that you really want to do. Now, the other thing you want to do prior to the season is, as you can see, you will have access to seeing like both the Paragon board and the skill tree. The Paragon board, I believe, is when you hit 50. But if you decide on which class you really want to play, I highly suggest just like playing through it a little bit, familiarizing yourself with the skills, and if you're collecting the statues and whatnot, you'll be able to like level up and play around with your build a little bit. As well as once you hit 50, you can see the various Paragon boards, you can like click them, you can play around with them, and see what really works best for you if there's a specific build that you want to play in the season. Also, alongside this, for your build, you can start collecting some legendary aspects. And I don't know if the Codex of Power will start off with them in the season. I don't believe they will. But knowing which legendary aspects are part of your build or you want to use in your build, that way you'll know directly which dungeons to go for and complete in order to get them. Other than that, there isn't really too much you can do to prepare for the season. All of this, let's say, collecting all the altars and revealing the map, probably take you anywhere between 5 to 10 hours, depending on the pace you go to. And if you guys want to see where they are, I will put it in the video description below. I'll link you to all my guides for the statues of Lilith, exactly where to find them, the exact location on the map, so it makes your life a little bit easier. That's really all you can really do for the preseason. The season mechanic isn't out as of yet, so we can't really play around with that and see how it is. Alternatively, if you haven't quite bought the game yet, or you were waiting for Season 1, or you want to figure out how to like build your character outside of game and you don't have access to the in-game like skill tree and Paragon board and like items and all that, there is sites that you can use. Maxroll is a very good one. I highly recommend that. Where you can just play around with the items, play around with the build, see what numbers turn out, and get yourself familiarized with building your character. And that's really it, all you can really do to prepare for Season 1. So the last thing I want to mention is, for you to have all these rewards unlocked, you do need to finish the main story of Diablo 4. Now you can choose to do this in Season 1, play through it, and then once you finish the story, you will have all these rewards available to you. However, if you have already finished the story, you can choose to skip it in Season 1, and then you will have all these rewards available right at the very beginning. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you found this helpful. As always, my social media information is in the video description below. If you want to talk to me or contact me, I will always try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.